On Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, November 30th. Isn't tomorrow? Tomorrow's December 1st, right?
It is?
25 days of Christmas. It starts.
Here I come.
Although many in retail would have you believe Christmas started a long time ago, including us. With all these Christmas lists. This is the time of year
when
where
people fall in love. It's that time of year. I love that.
It's that time of year when like we just start hanging on is the only way I know.
I feel like that's all we do is just hang on.
No, I mean it goes through phases. There's always a
Maybe
light at
that's
the end of the tunnel.
I feel like
You've got like pastry all over your face.
I don't have any pastry on my face.
Yeah, you did. You had all these pieces of pastry over here.
I
Not
will.
on your
Okay,
shirt.
so if you're from Reno, we went to Perrin this morning, and if
Which
you've
we
never,
haven't done. When was the last time we ordered from Perrin the other day?
Yes,
But when was the last time we had actually gone to Perrin?
I had gone to Perrin with Sage because every time Sage comes, she wants to go to Perrin. She loves it here, and that's saying a lot, right? Because Sage is from the Bay, and you know how many amazing restaurants they have in the
Or
Bay.
how many bakeries? And...
Yes. So Perrin is like world class. It's just like, it's so beautiful. And they have this big glass window so you can watch everyone. You can watch them making all the pastries too. It's just like it's so nice. Yeah. How come I feel like there we go.
Is that identical to the blue one that you wore the
No,
other
it's
day?
very different. This one is like,
It's just more waffle knit fabric.
nope. The fabric's the same, different color. The style.
It's different.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So, well, no, but this is the time of year like where you're like freaking out and super stressed out about
I'm freaking out the entire year. There's not a
No,
time
this
that
year
I'm not.
this time of year you particularly freak out.
Well,
because
the Christmas list.
The
yeah.
Christmas list is stressful.
And we're trying to get everyone all their stuff in a timely manner.
So
and you know what
let's
happens
talk
when
about this.
you know what happens when we go home? So Patrick's like, let's go watch TV. So I sit there with my computer. I'm working
I
the
did
entire
not
time.
say let's go watch
And then
TV.
Patrick's just sitting there. That is what happens. So last night I go, so if you're waiting for your design, if you're waiting for your poinsettia design, guess who's in charge of that this year? This guy.
Well,
I already wrote the
you
email.
were gonna...
I wrote the email, so I'll give it to you.
All right, so let's talk about the whole thing because there were like the first video had 176 responses, and then the second demo day video had like 189 responses, and then the third video only had like 156 responses.
Is it because it was so long?
Well, no,
was
but
long.
so here's the thing: you got to do all three.
You have to do all three.
And I actually screwed up those numbers. I think it was like 179.
I thought it was like 197.
It was like
or-
179.
There were like over 200 for the first
190.
two videos.
200. Yeah, you're right. 215, 226,
And like 197.
and 179. So, like almost 30 of you hadn't done the third video.
You lost steam. You lost steam. You were like, I just can't do it. Is that what happened?
So you're talking to them, not me.
Yeah. I'm talking the ladies and the gents. They lost steam.
So if you've done all three, you've got to do all three. That's the only way that I know I should be adding you to the list.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to do it once a week. I'm only going to do it once a week because
They're waiting, Patrick.
it compiles.
So what? I did it every 2 days last year. Every 2 days I did that. They're waiting. Patrick, they need it. It's life or death. He will do it every 2 days. You just have to give me the list. I'll send out the email. That's it. You just have to put together the list.
But the list is alphabetized, not by date.
So, you just need to know when they have all 3.
Right. And the way that works is it's alphabetized and sorted so that you can see name, name, name.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to do it every 3 days.
Did you hear that? He's saying he's going to do it every 3.
That means I'm not doing it again until Sunday.
What day is today? Thursday. Friday, Saturday. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday counts. Thursday, Friday.
No, Friday. I'll do it
Saturday.
tonight. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, you better get your video watched today because he's compiling tonight. And then the next time you get your shot's going to be Sunday because Patrick's in charge.
I got more important things.
Patrick, that's not a nice thing to say.
I'm not saying that they're not important, but like there's a lot of moving pieces.
You just said that. You don't have to say that. You could just say I'm busy. I have other stuff I need to get.
I got to take care of her and make sure she eats. I got to make sure she drinks water.
He does not have to. Oh my God. Now he's making it all about me. No. Maybe next week, yes, but right now, no.
Okay.
So last night, I was going to stay late last night and then.
We need it. Okay, so if you've done all 3, you'll get your email tonight. So do it today. Yeah. And then you don't have to worry about waiting until Sunday.
You got to wait till Sunday because Patrick's in charge. And if you don't know what we're talking about, this is what we're talking about, ladies and gents. We're talking about this gorgeous poinsettia, and this will make your life better. And it'll make somebody else's life better because we know you don't sew for you. You're going to sew this, and then you're going to put something yummy in here, and then you're going to make somebody's day. It's the gift that
Cindy West asked if you put the form on the video for the video 1.
Yeah, if you look, there's a link, and you click that link, and it brings up like a little bitty video, and then it says what's your name, what you like best about the video, and then
it's the same for all 3 of them though.
It
right?
is the same
like
for
if they've
all
watched
3.
video 2 and video 3 and they've seen it, then they should be able to do it for video 1.
Yeah, and I actually created a playlist. Is there any way we could put that like on somewhere where like they just go to the playlist because it has all 3 of the videos
where
linked?
Where do you want to put it? Like
I don't know where.
You
tell me. Like what's the best place? Like in YouTube? Well, it's on YouTube, but. How do they even... I can't even find it. I can't even find it. I don't even know.
So
that's why when you tell me you struggle, I totally feel it right here in my heart. What are you looking for?
I'm eating like 5 times more fruit than I normally eat because you...
How come you always look so handsome in the thumbnails and I always look so stupid?
It's because you can't stop moving. And I don't think you ever look stupid.
Oh, you're so wonderful. Okay. Your videos.
You look funny sometimes. But you never
No,
look
playlists.
stupid.
Playlists.
Playlists. And what did you call this playlist?
It's that one.
This one?
Yeah.
So let's share a blank.
Oh, look at Patrick's putting a shareable link in.
Well, I'm going to put it on today's live stream.
Okay.
So, live, and this is today's, and this is...
Can you just go to that or no?
Playlist. And what did you call this playlist?
It's that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oops. I forget I'm on a Mac.
Okay.
Bam!
So that
There
playlist
is your playlist.
will take you to all 3 videos. So if you've had trouble finding them on Facebook or on YouTube, he just put the playlist in and they're all linked together. But I think that's it, right? I learned it was hard to find, but finally did. A new thing about my machine from the 3rd one.
See, Diane's like,
I'm getting
thank
hot.
God I did all 3.
Did she say that?
So no, she's like, I'm glad I did all 3, so she doesn't have to wait until Sunday.
Yeah, but now he let you know, so you know the drill.
I go,
It's a lot of work.
like, we didn't really chill at all last night.
Oh, I did. So we left here.
You did, but like I
Patrick,
cleaned the kitchen. I like made dinner.
right at 5. Patrick goes, "We're gonna leave right now," and he goes,
You should have seen her. She was a disaster. She was exhausted.
I was tired.
She
at
was
the end of the
losing
day.
her voice.
I was losing my.
Like,
so he goes.
I'm like,
he goes,
you gotta
"We're
go,
gonna-
girl.
We're gonna go, and then you know how he gets me to leave? He goes, "We can come back," and I go, "Oh, we can." I go, "Okay." So I just packed up my stuff because I was like, "Oh, he'll let me come back," and because he's my driver, I don't drive anymore because I almost killed somebody. So I was like, I refuse to drive now.
She didn't almost kill somebody.
She
ran
did.
a red light.
I ran
She
a red light.
But she didn't almost kill somebody. Almost killing somebody means you've almost killed somebody.
I had to swerve around his car.
Totally missing somebody and not almost killing somebody doesn't count as almost killing somebody.
We have different interpretations of what almost killing somebody
There's a
is.
significant difference in risk tolerance.
So, so as soon as we got in the car, I just fell asleep. I fell asleep in the car on the car ride home, and then we got home, and I just sat at the table. He did take care of me last night. I just got at the table, I just sat there, and I didn't even offer to help.
I wasn't asking you to.
So
help.
I just
That's not
sat
your
there,
job.
and then he fed me, and then I went upstairs.
I got her fruit.
And then my aunt called me, and one of my favorite aunts called me. I grew up on the East Coast, so most of my family's back on the East Coast. So there was a little holiday family drama. I was like, "Tell me all the gossip." And so she was gossiping with me, and then I just brushed my teeth and went to bed. I think we were asleep at like 9:30.
You were asleep at 9. I was.
And I slept all the way. I did have to get up to go to the bathroom, and I was nervous because you know when you haven't been sleeping and then you start to stress out because you haven't been sleeping.
The gummies help.
Well, yeah, and so I
CBD.
and then Poppy was magnificent too because sometimes she like gets up and starts jumping on us and like hitting the door and just being awful. And she slept all the way through the night too.
She would have slept for like longer this morning.
And
you
when
got up.
I did get up. At 6:30, I was like, I'm awake. I better get some stuff done.
So Cindy said something about me commenting that like when I leave, the day is over.
Yes.
Sometimes it works that way. Sometimes it doesn't. But I used to work in a world where I got paid when my work was done. And so I used to stress out about it all the time. And people go, "What do you like about the store?" And I go, I close the door and I go home. And when I decide to stop working, the work is done. I can't do anymore. So
Marlene,
you're absolutely right about
that extra piece of velveteen was for your poinsettia kit. So when we first started sending out the poinsettia kits, I hadn't done my demo video yet because I really tried to rush and get everything put together. Can you go and grab that kit and the pillow for me?
It's packed. Like, so the one that you gave me
Can you
this
grab
morning,
a different one
yeah, where
and a
are
pillow? They're like right up there against the wall. So there were a couple people I had to send another piece of velveteen and another piece of felt. Everyone should have two pieces of the red velveteen and then 2 pieces of the felt in your kit. And if for some reason you don't have that, let me. Yeah, that's what I want with the pillow. This is up too. So these kits are up. So yesterday we were talking about that. So I went ahead and put these up. If you want to wait, we're not doing this till January, right? So, but if you have other packages that are going out, you can get it now, and I can send it out. It's $8.99 for the kit.
And these can be packed flat.
And this is going to have your stabilizer, it has your shape flex, it has your zipper, it has your background fabric, and then the fabric for the gather. And then, so you can buy it with just this if you want, or you can add the pillow to it too. So you can add the pillow as well. And then we'll send it all together. And you'll be set for January. But we are going to be working over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be working on the February and March. Did March have a blank? We're going to be working on all the kits, actually. At some point, I'd say by the end of January, we'll have everything kitted.
Let's talk just for a minute.
And Michelle has a class to talk about.
Let me talk just for a minute about the Brothers special orders. So stuff has started to trickle in from the Brother Christmas list. that said, I called today just to follow up and say, hey, can you tell me where, like, I've seen some of the stuff ship and it's a small amount. Brother's in the process of moving warehouses. They were supposed to complete that over the holiday week. So that warehouse was closed all week. And then they were supposed to start shipping again on Monday. On Tuesday, I called my rep and said, are they actively shipping? And he goes, I don't know. I'm going to follow up on it. Today, I said, are they actively shipping? And he goes, I'm going to actually connect with the guy today. So he thinks it may be Monday that they actually start.
Wait, so they haven't been shipping?
This week, they haven't shipped accessories because they just moved to a new warehouse.
Oh, I missed that part.
So that said, we'll be reaching out as stuff comes in. And quite frankly, some of the stuff, like for the hoop stuff, if we can compile everything and ship everything all at once, we'll do that. For some of the stuff, we're just going to ship it. So like flash frames, I've been shipping. So if you're waiting for a flash frame, you're likely to hear from me if you haven't heard from me already. I have 3, so we over-ordered on some of the stuff. So 1, on the Brother Special sale, please be patient. My expectation is stuff is going to be arriving. You know, it's going to start arriving. Well, it started arriving now, but like there's going to be a little bit of a gap, and then next week and the following week, more and more stuff is coming.
Oh, I have a question for them.
And then we did do an overage on each product so that we had like 2 or 3 extra products for anybody that was a straggler. So that said, I think I have 2 extra 5x7 flash frame sets. So if there's anybody that felt like they missed it and then regretted missing it for the flash frames, I've got 2 extra sets that we're doing at that price. So, and we'll talk more about that as we get through it. Should we talk about OESD?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm just going to put signs up. Okay, ready? Save the date pillow. How cute is this? Will I get around to stitching this? I don't know. There's so many things, and I feel like I'm really far behind, and I want to get mini quilts started. But this is so cute. So, this is the Save the Date pillow that Kimberbell just put out, and it's a square pillow, and it has like these. You change these out, so they just like button on. So just imagine this white part was square, and every month we put like a new white part on, so you don't have to change out the whole pillow. You're just going to be changing out this little part. So they have January. They have the one that's like, you know, hey, happy January 1st. And then February, Valentine's Day. March, which is going to be St. Patrick's Day. Happy Easter. They have Canada Day. Nothing wrong with Canada Day. I love my Canadians, but I know some people are, and the reason I'm telling you this is, well, let me explain to you. So they have Canada Day, 4th of July, the 31st, Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, and the 25th. I just got everything together to start kitting it because I had a couple people ask me if we're going to kit it. It calls for a half a yard of coconut cream for every single pillow. I'm not doing it, so I really couldn't figure out, like, why do you need half a yard? That just sounds like a lot. I was going to kit it for 8. Which means it would be 4 yards of coconut cream. Instead of kitting it for 10 pillow fronts, I'm going to kit it for 8 because I think here in the U.S., most people aren't going to do Canada Day. And then I think most people are going to be choosing between Hanukkah and the 25th, Christmas. So, and then there's not a ton of other fabric in there. There's like a fat quarter here. It's like very small. Like here's my little cut list that I'll be working with. And then my other cut list. So
flash frames are multi-needle specific. They're asking.
I know.
Okay.
But so we are going to kit this. I don't think these are going to be ready for maybe a week and a half. I'd say 2 weeks because they are processing coconut cream. But I just wanted to let you know that's how the kits are going to work. Okay, flash frames.
So people are just asking about flash frames. Flash frames are the multi-needle frames that Jeannie has demoed on her tiling scenes.
Yeah, these are the flash frames.
So they would only be pertinent if you had a multi-needle. That said, I noticed on our Brother Christmas sale, a couple of people bought flash frames, and they were people I was unaware of them having multi-needles. Before I send you those flash frames, I will call you and make sure you knew exactly what you were ordering.
Yeah, this is the flash frame.
So,
and they have these great magnetic, so they clamshell, isn't that nice? So you just lay your fabric down, just drop this down just like that. And then they have these magnets and they just go on like this. And when you go to take them off, they squeeze together. So you just squeeze this and it just comes off. So this is what I've been using to do my tiling scenes.
Yeah, especially if you struggle with other magnetic frames, like with the bigger magnets. These magnets are super easy to use and they're super strong.
They're easy to use. They're super strong and like they're pretty easy to take off. You just kind of pinch that together.
So that said, there are a couple of extra flash frames that, you know, everything showed up. I looked through the orders. I think I have 2 remaining.
Are you going to provide a pillow form and buttons with the kit?
Can you hold?
I didn't even,
shipping until after Christmas. I can do that as long as you make that apparent in your request. We could ship it when we go back to work on the 3rd.
I didn't even think about that, Alice, but I really should, huh? So, yeah, 4 wooden buttons. You guys okay if I pick out something gorgeous? And then, the pillow insert.
Which?
You know what I'll probably do is I'll probably make it where you can just get the fabric and then I'll bundle the other stuff together. So I'll put it all together. But it is so cute. It is really, really cute. Thank you for bringing that up because I totally would have missed that.
So which magnetic frame were you using in the clear blue tile videos?
I was using my 9.5 by 14 snap hoop. And like when it comes to quilting, I'm snap hoop all the way because I love the new magnets. But I just can't imagine like pulling off all 6 magnets.
8 magnets on the larger frames.
Yeah, 6 to 8 magnets, pulling all those up, and then like moving my fabric and putting it down. When I can just grab my magnetic monster hoop and just pull off the top. And when you're quilting, you have a lot of fabric in there, so it's not as like hard to get off. When would I use a flash frame instead of a magnetic hoop? The magnet, and when I'm talking, you go grab a monster hoop.
Yeah.
So we can, when I'm talking magnetic hoop, just the regular magnetic hoop, I'm using that for quilting on my Luminaire or my Solaris. No, like one that's open. One that's open. In the filming room.
Yep.
Thank you. The flash frame like this, I use this for my tiling scene. It was just like so much easier because I really I do WWF, elbow my hoop, my inner hoop into my outer hoop, or I knee it in on the floor. And so this was nice because, so this for my multi-needle, it was nice to just take that off, move my fabric over, and then just put those magnets down. It was so easy. I just loved it. Now there's magnetic sashing frames. Those are for the sit-down machines, not the multi-needles.
There is a sashing frame for the multi-needle for auto split quilt sashing. There's a 7x14 sashing frame for the multi-needle.
Oh, okay. Will you go grab a sashing frame? Grab the 7x12.
Yes, dear.
Okay, so this is a magnetic monster hoop. This is the dime hoops. These are what I prefer. Look, hello. Okay, this is what I prefer to use when I am quilting on my Luminaire. And I don't use these to do regular embroidery. That's just personally me. I know some people use them for everything. I use this only for when I'm like quilting. Or if I have something super, super large, I might use that. Okay.
Can we point out though the difference between the magnets
and
the 7x12 and the 5x7 and then the 7x14 and the 10x10?
I'm doing the snap hoops, although some of them might be special orders. So if you want to get these now, I'm doing them 30% off. 30. So this is the 10.5 by 16. This is 10.5 by 16. It's $229.99. The 9.5 by 14 is $229.99. The 8 by 12 is $219.99, and then it goes down in price from there. So just reach out and let me know. But however, some of them, just because we sold out of some of them already, might have to be a special order, but we'll get them to you before Christmas.
Okay, I want to talk about these two frames.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to answer a question that Carrie asked, which is important. So Carrie asked if the flash frame would work on a baby lock aerial. And so
the monster, she said monster
no,
hoop.
Carrie Wilder, flash frame work on a baby lock aerial.
Oh, she asked both. Flash frame, and down here she asked
Okay.
if it would work on.
So I've gotten a lot of questions regarding, so there's a difference between the flash frames, which only work on the multi-needles, and the
you mean
sashing
these?
frames.
These only work on the multi-needles
So,
because of this.
and Carrie, we're going to do our best to answer your question, but if you're still confused, call us.
Carrie's here in town.
That said, there's also a difference between the 7 by 12 and the 5 by 7
Look at the magnets too.
and the 7 by 14.
The 7 by 14 has these magnets?
Yes.
Got it.
So these magnets are designed so if you remove a magnet, the other magnet will slide. Like this isn't going to slide easily when I don't have fabric in here.
I didn't know that.
If you remove this magnet and you remove all the magnets but the two small magnets, then you can move your fabric.
Grab your fabric and just
pull it in either axis
Got it.
by all but 2 inches.
Okay, so let's
And it leaves it perfectly in line. So that
when you look at this magnet, show them the magnet. Like show it up close.
so the magnet on these
No, this magnetic bar.
I understand, but the magnet is peaked like that. The bar is also peaked like that.
But show them the bar. See how the bar extends, the magnet, the metal bar extends all the way. When you're looking at these, you're only going to have the little metal right here because this is just going to go, and I throw it. I'm like, did you see that? How it just went
It
right
only
on?
goes on in one orientation though.
Yeah, and so that one, I didn't even realize that had like the whole
So
bar.
they
So you take it
slide.
and you pull it.
And the 7 by 14 and the 10 by 10 are designed that way. The whole reason they called them sashing frames is when you use the auto split built-in sashing on your luminaire or Solaris. If you're using the 7 by 14 frame and you remove the large magnets, it slides down the exact amount that it's supposed to, and it keeps your fabric in line. Now, I find it confusing that these are now also called sashing frames
Because you can't
because
pull
they
the
don't
magnets.
slide like that. But Brother and Baby Lock are both calling them magnetic sashing frames, but they work differently.
Are these easy
Somebody-
to pull off from the back?
They come with a pry bar.
I know, but I was
and with fabric under them, they're easier.
You pulled it off pretty easily.
Yeah,
so,
with the fabric under them, they're even easier.
and the magnets on that are like beefier.
So, last question that I want to address. So, I've had several people ask us, do the flash frames and the magnetic frames work on prior versions of the machine? So early on, when these frames came out, now the 10.5 by 10.5 is only going to work on the.
You're not even showing it. To
The
them.
10.5 by 10.5 is only going to work on the Luminaire and the Solaris. This is a Christmas list item at $399.99. It's normally $1,000. It's a crazy deal. I think I have like 6 or 7 of them left. That said, the 7 by 14, in theory, should work on prior versions of the machine. Like it should work on the Stellaire. It should work on the Altair.
What about Dream Machine?
Dream Machine Destiny? This is what I'm talking about. Brother early on said, don't worry, there's going to be an update and the 7x14s will work on all the machines. They told us, and we told you guys early on, like back in August, we're not really going to promote the hoop until the update's out. Well, the update was faster than they originally spoke about. So
they did it?
Brother did it.
So it works for a Dream Machine?
It works on the Dream Machine. But then I started getting phone calls from people with the Destiny saying it doesn't work on my Destiny. So most recently, somebody called us about this frame, the 7x12.
So it works on all the brothers.
So we looked, because we didn't know. Like, we looked at compatibility, and it appears that it works on all the brothers that'll take the 7x12 frame. But the listed machines for Baby Lock only included the Altair and the Meridian.
So
Altair and Meridian?
His name is Lorenz Gunn.
Yep.
And do you remember what we did to that vacuum?
So,
Write it down.
I don't know. So it sounds like it's working, the Altair and the Meridian, but it didn't go down to, I don't know. Patrick talked to them, so we'll figure it all out. I want Michelle to talk to you about a class that she has coming up. So hang on just 1 second.
No, it's
Okay. Michelle,
one was like tan and air, like the
here she comes.
tan and air kind of vacuums.
Give me just a couple of minutes and I'll come back. Just give me a second and I'll be with you.
Oh, so Patrick's going to finish up explaining, and then Michelle's going to talk about her class.
Well,
so it works
and
for
I'll
the
get out of the way.
Altair and the
But
Meridian,
so
but what about the Ariel?
It's not a listed machine.
What about the 5200 and the 6200?
It's those are listed on the Brother website as being compatible. So I and quite frankly, I don't know. Originally, they set the expectation that there would be
So we don't know.
something about the originally there would be something about the the update would happen in December, and then I got an email from Brother saying, hey, the update is there. We've had Dream
we don't
Machine
know about the
folks
Baby
use
Lock.
it, but we know for sure it wasn't working on the Baby Locks, and it's
Yeah.
not listed as a compatible
So
machine.
I guess buyer beware if you have a Baby Lock, because we're not sure
Well, and I just don't know if that's going to come.
if it's going to.
Or
if they are
if
gonna
that's
add it.
just not something that Baby Lock is doing.
Yep.
So, all right.
Okay, Michelle. Here comes Michelle. Here, you can sit over here.
Hello, good morning. So, this is gonna be
Oh
fun.
my God! She showed me these samples, and I my jaw hit the ground. I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
So I have 2 sessions. Please listen all the way through. I have 2 sessions of a print Moda class. There is a prerequisite. You must have taken the Get to Know Art Spira class, because the print Moda class is about printing. In the Art Spira class, I had already addressed how to get images into the app to be able to send them to the printer. So I do have another session of the Get to Know Art Spira class scheduled for December the 7th before the 2 print Moda classes.
And if you can't make that time, just sign up for it, and we can send you
We'll
a
send you the
video.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be familiar with Art Spira. So my new favorite phrase is "Welcome to the multiverse." So in Art Spira, we talked about what kind of images we could bring in to print, how, not to be stuck in the square of I can only bring in like digital
And
papers.
what is Print Moda? If you don't know what Print
If you
Moda
don't
is,
know is what Print Moda is Brother's new fabric printer. And it's so much fun. It's fabulous. It's fun to use. So I tried to think of several different ways or several different issues or several different times that you would want to print your own fabric. So this is the first one. This is a picture of my puppy into a little pillow. Now, are we going to make a pillow in class? No. Print Moda class is about using the printer, and we are going to print in class. However, I will give you the instructions for the samples.
And this has her puppy, and is this like one of the frames?
That is one
that's
of the
built-in?
built-in frames in Artspira. And so in that instance, I'm going to show you how to bring in a photo of your choosing. You'll have your own photo, and how to change the colors around the frame to kind of go with the picture that you are going to use. The second one was, I don't want people to think they just have to have wallpaper that looks like fabric, because you don't. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to just take a piece of clip art that it looks like a saying or something. So with this one, I brought everything together. So there's a graphic design here. On the back is another graphic design.
And I saw this and I go, oh my God, Michelle, where did you get that fabric? It's so fantastic.
So this is, again, an example of not printing something that just looks like...
This was a graphic design
That
so
was
you
a
just
graphic
found?
design. Yeah. And in the supply list, I tell you where I found all this stuff. The other thing on this is I brought in snowflakes off of the Scan and Cut, and used some leftover Kimberbell sparkly stuff that I had to put them on a piece of clear vinyl.
So that's on the top of the vinyl, those
Yeah.
snowflakes. This is printed on the fabric underneath the vinyl.
So it's like a little project
Oh my
bag.
God, it's so cute. It's so cute in person. You can't even, you don't even under. And look at her little
Yes, so Jeannie
That's
said, oh, I have zippers. I'm like, oh no, I have to have bougie ones.
Yes. I was like, oh, we have zippers. She's like,
Bougie.
No.
No, bougie.
No, you don't. No.
So I think what my point is with this is you may not be thinking about winter. You might have a zipper that has a zipper pull that has something else on it, and you want to make a theme around it. So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how one of the things I've discovered so far with Print Moda is the first thing I learned was that if I just make the fabric that's built in, if I just make it bigger, it just makes the print bigger.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm curious. How do I make it work so that if I have, where's the other one? If I have an in the hoop zipper bag, and I'm thinking about donuts,
So cute.
and I want just enough donut fabric that I can just do my bag, then how do I make that happen? So I have a couple of videos I've been working on for different types of
She's got
free
sprinkles in here.
programs. One is the snippet and the paint program and the picture program that's actually on your Windows computer. Also, I use Snagit, which allows me to do that. But did you know that you can actually do picture stuff in PowerPoint? Because you just need a JPEG. You just need to save it out as a JPEG. So I'm going to do a few videos that I'll put into the
Is there a kit?
No, Gloria, there is no kit, because this is not about a kit. This is about you printing fabric for something you want to do. This is just a basic Parker on the porch in the hoop zipper bag. It had drips on it. I wanted mine to be donuts. If you want to do a theme with coffee, you're going to find coffee fabric, coffee digital art.
And print it.
And print it. You're going to
Yes.
make it yours. So the Print Moda class is about making it more. Now you want to eat donuts. Good. I do too.
So
who's bringing donuts?
Michelle has already put in, she's got 2 sessions, right?
You already have 2 sessions. The first session is almost full. The second session still has time. There is no fear of missing out here. I'm going to put another Get to Know Artspira class on for January, and then another Print Moda class for January after that.
So if you purchased your printer from us, Michelle put you in the class automatically.
No, I didn't.
Oh, they're not in?
I sent them in to find out which class
Got
they
it.
wanted. I didn't want to fill all the slots with people that weren't going to be able to be there.
Okay, so that class is free for you. So if for some reason you weren't on that email list, if we missed you by accident, just email
let us
Michelle. Email Michelle, and she'll make sure that you get into one of those classes.
Yeah.
The great thing is, if you bought your printer from someplace else, you can still take your class with us.
Of course.
You just have to pay for the class, and you can still take it.
And the prerequisite is the same. You still have to You still have to have the Get to Know Art Spira class to actually participate in the class. We're not going to be talking about that stuff in the class. I'm going to expect that you already know how to get digital art and things like that onto your tablet. We did that in Art Spira. We talked about both Android and Apple tablets and how you get digital art, how you get seamless scrapbooking paper, all that stuff already onto your tablet. So you should be at that point before you come into the class. And then I also gave you lots of sources. I gave you lots of sources for all kinds of digital art, some free, some paid for. My favorite places. I think the first week the store had Art Spira, I probably bought maybe a couple of hundred because it was Halloween and they're cheap. You get like 6 or 8, sometimes 12 digital papers for like a buck.
So you can buy digital paper.
It's the seamless digital paper. Yeah, it's like it's like for scrapbookers, only now we're going to use it to make fabric.
That is crazy because I don't know about you, but I was a scrapbooker back in the day, and just the idea that you buy digital scrapbook paper online is just blows
it's pretty
my
amazing.
mind.
It does, and there's a lot of stuff out there we can do with it. So that's kind of my plan. And as we go along in class, my job, I feel, is to inspire you to step outside the box. There's no kit because you're the kit.
Yeah,
You're
what
the
you
kit.
want.
What do you want?
Yes.
So that's why we'll talk about how everything. So this was just the basic directions. From
So
Parker on the porch.
cute.
All I did was add an overlay of vinyl and then stick, sprinkles in there. This one actually does have the vinyl, the laminate over the top of it, and I actually kind of like the feel of it. It's something that I would use a lot and handle a lot. Neither one of these others do. My pillow does have a layer of SF101 behind it. My other one does not.
Shannon, it's big. It's going to be hard to hide from the hubby. But yeah, and I think the printer's on the Christmas list. So if you want to still
It's
get the
on mine.
printer, you can get the printer. But thank you so much.
Thank
Was
you.
there anything else, Michelle?
There is not.
We're
So
gonna
far, so good.
we're gonna get going. Michelle, Michelle's doing a scan and cut class
I am
today.
doing a inlaid text class because then, it's so much fun. It's so much fun because you can use true type fonts, and you're thinking, what are true type
Oh, my
fonts? Come to
goodness.
class and you'll find out.
Yeah, she's got another session. So if you can't make
Yeah,
this
this
one, I
one-
think there's another one like on the 7th.
6th or 7th or 4th or something like that of December.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
Michelle.
All right.
Thanks so much for
Uh-huh.
joining.